Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Will Cook, and thank you for stopping by. Now, I've made a couple changes. I don't know if you can tell, but I am standing up right now. I moved out the chair, I lifted up the camera, and it feels a little awkward, but at the same time, kind of liberating. I can move around a little bit, helps me loosen up a little bit, so I'm having some fun with it. Also, another little change here. I wanted to do a monthly roundup video. I did one for December where I covered all the albums of the month and the EPs in a separate video that I couldn't, get around to reviewing formally during the month. And I was gonna do one here for January, but I've got several albums to go over, and it would just become a huge task of recording for myself and a big watch ultimately. So I've decided, and I'll give a shout out to my buddy Dean, had a little talk with him, and he said, you know what, break it up into quick little individual reviews for all these albums. Brief 1-2 minute reviews, won't take much time, but instead of putting them all together in one video, I'm gonna break them all up, and it makes my life easier, and it might make your life easier too, so you don't have to sift through the stuff you don't want to hear about, and you can just click on the videos of the artists that you do want to hear about. So yeah, it's a flash review, and we got some albums here that I've been sitting on for the chunk of January, and because I was gonna review them all in this roundup at the end of the month, but going forward, if I'm just gonna do these flash reviews, I'll try and put them in throughout the month instead of saving them all for the end of the month. And kicking off the first flash review, we got an album released January 1st by an artist by the name of Guardin. It's called So That's It, Huh? Now, fuck that alarm. I'm just gonna keep on talking. If you can hear it, you can hear it. If you can't, then I just sound like a complete nut job, but yeah, you hear that, right? I ain't crazy. Oh my god, it's getting louder. It's getting closer, I swear. It stopped. Wait. It's gone? It's gonna come back. Hey, maybe it's gone. Alright. Now, it's my first album with this on-the-rise emo rapper out of New York. I caught him earlier in 2020. Paris was featured on his song Alive, and I really enjoyed that one. Emo rap has been a growing interest of mine over recent years, with artists like Nothing Nowhere, Smart Death, Lil Aaron, and Wicca Phase Springs Eternal. And I was thinking I could really enjoy Guardin, especially after the very catchy lead single Kinda Sorta, but ultimately I found this album to be a little slow for my tastes. Like, I appreciate the dreary mood throughout these songs. There's a blanket of depression over this album, and the soft beats and the lazy vocal delivery are generally pleasing. I just find myself getting pretty bored with it moving into the second half. Though I can definitely move my head to the first half of the album with On the Road, Make It Out, Willow Ave, along with Kinda Sorta, and The Cycle, the final song before the outro. There's some real emotion to grab onto with that one. But there's just nothing on here that really drives into me. It's more of a moody, rainy day kind of listen, and I don't find enough excitement to keep me coming back. I've rated each song, I've crunched the numbers, and I've settled on a final score of 5.8. And that's it, a snappy flash review. When I do my formal reviews, I like to give each song on the album a little bit of attention. Myself, as a guy who wants to check out an album review, I'm like, hey, what does this reviewer have to say about my favorite song? Now, these flash reviews have me disregarding a lot of the album here. I'm not here to talk about each song individually. My goal is to tell you my favorites, maybe tell you what I didn't like, or most of the time I just won't even mention it. If I didn't like it, then I won't mention it. If I liked it, then I will talk about it. And yeah, that's what you're gonna get. And that's gonna wrap it up. My first flash review, my first review standing on my feet. Thank you for checking the video out. I'd love a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Hit the subscribe, help a guy out. I've got more on the way, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Love to chat. I'll see you next time.